Okay, so I've got something really, really cool to show you. Really cool, actually, and we're just going to get right into it. So, Captain Brolinar and let's say the Man Mangler. Let's put him up against my Laser Pilot and my Daryl Pilot. Blue team versus green team, and we'll have him in... Okay, so the basic idea here is that you've got a sort of generic arcade space shooter, right? But I've expanded the sort of the concept of it thousandfold, which, you know, people have made this game a lot. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. Okay, so I said that I had two pilots, right? So there was Brolinar and the Man Mangler, those are CPUs, but then I had my Laser Pilot and my Daryl Pilot, right? Pilots are trainable computer opponents who operate based on personality sliders, and you can assign secondary effects to them, like a loadout, for them to fight. It's Amiibo training. Kind of, basically. Same idea. I mean, there's a lot of different games that have done this. Obviously, I have some visual glitches to fix, as you can see, but the core of this idea here is that you have a game that is like Amiibo training, but everything that we didn't like about it was improved, okay? So, whoops. With pilots, okay? Pilots are the things that you train, and this whole game is designed so that it is extremely easy to share content. You can share pilots, you can share stages, you can share custom weapons and ships with each other, and it also is built to be extremely conducive towards tournaments with them, okay? So let's say that I have Ironside. Ironside is, excuse me, my best pilot right now, okay? These are his sliders, all right? Each of these does a different thing in the AI. They're all based in a certain way, okay? And he doesn't have any secondaries, but I've kind of reworked the Spirit's idea so that you've got 100 points. You can equip up to 4 of them, and each of them do something different. Most of them are a trade-off, either in points or in something else. So let's say I'm playing as the M1 Abrams pilot Ironside, or I'm training him, rather. I don't play as him, I train him, right? And I'm like, okay, let's have a build around Baby's First Grenade. Okay, it's one of my favorite spirits, or secondaries, we'll call them. Okay, and in addition to Baby's First Grenade, I'd like to add Barter of Range. Okay, so Barter of Range, what that does is that makes your bullets much larger. Now, M1 Abrams has a top-mounted gun, okay, and it sort of acts like a mini machine gun. It really wears down shields quickly, okay? I'd like those bullets to be larger. I'd like them to have a larger lifetime and thus go more distance. Unfortunately, the trade-off for that is that my rolls take longer and I have about half as much shield, okay? This works because I want to be a more offensive M1 Abrams tank, we'll say, and I'm about to show you what this looks like in a sec. And so to add to that, every time my little machine gun shoots, which is fairly quickly, it's going to have a 5% chance to also throw a grenade. That works for me. Okay, so then what about her own gravitational pull? Do I want that? Well, and the name of that one specifically is an inside joke. There's 4 secret ships. You'll see what the joke is once you unlock the secret ships. But let's say that I have a reason that I need to be immune to gravitational pulls. Okay, I might consider equipping that, but maybe instead I'd rather have an alien space ferry, right? The alien space ferry orbits around your ship, and whatever happens to hit it, it acts like a substitute, basically. It takes the hit for you, okay? I don't know, something like that. Or maybe that's not so good, and I'd rather have the Shadow Ball. That's my 100 points right there, and we'll skip over the cosmetics for right now. But Ironside now has these secondaries, okay? It's got 3 of them, full 100 points. I'm not going to worry about training them just yet. So I'm going to go and I'm going to pick, it auto selects 2 CPUs for convenience, but let's say I'm going to pick Ironside and I'm going to put him up against the Rock. The Rock is running AA batteries and something else, I forget which, and we'll put him in kind of the default stage that I've been balancing everything by, which is the asteroid ring. Now Ironside is the purple one, okay? do you see how while the Rock has his large, so what the Rock is doing, the yellow ship, is that he's put down like his moon dust, right? That's a stage hazard. Meanwhile, Ironside, his top mounted gun is automatically shooting at the Rock as they come by, right? So I want to explain some game mechanics here, okay? We're gonna zoom in real quick on Ironside, the fuchsia ship, okay? Do you see how there's sort of 4 segments around the ship, okay? That's your HP, all right? So instead of like in Smash, where you take more damage, you get forced out of the side of the screen, then you die, this is kind of sort of HP based, but it's a little bit proximity as well, right? So each of those segments has 75 HP, and you can modify with the secondaries. I'm still balancing the segments part of it. There's a lot of game balance and fixes to be made, but those are perfect protection. Nothing is going to slip through them until they break, and then once they break, if you get hit by something, you die, right? That's the balance of the game, okay? Is that it operates on an HP thing, but that also prevents you. Well, there's a lot of philosophy behind it, is the point. I'm not gonna get into it, right? I think I need to tweak M1 Abrams' AI as well, because his missile attack is not coming out, and neither is the Rock. So did you see? You see how he's shooting his machine gun, and now the Rock, his shield is flickering, right? You can see up here in the corner. I'm pointing. You can't even see my arm. His shield meters are all gone, right? So the next hit that he takes, he's gone, right? And so as Ironside's getting closer, the last one made it through, Ironside wins. Now, I'm not going to lie. The M1 Abrams is really overpowered right now, and I need to balance it. I really need to balance it. But that's the idea of the game, right? So I'm building this in such a way where... Oops, I did it again. I'm building this in such a way where rather than having to like wait on DLC to come out from the dev, you can make it yourself. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's make a new ship. Name Nerd Ship, because it's for nerds. And we can pick, I don't know, who really cares what color we want to pick. We can pick indigo. And we want the mine layer. Okay, the mine layer is exactly what it sounds like. He lays a mine, 5 seconds later, it explodes, fairly wide radius. Okay, so we haven't put up secondaries yet, but we can if we want. Haven't changed the cosmetics yet, but we can if we want. Let's say that we want to balance the mine layer. Okay, you are a long-time tournament host in this game, and you feel that the mine layer is overpowered. Okay, I want to set it up so that and I've partially implemented this already. You can filter out or intake certain specific versions of the archetype, right? So that you give people this version of the mine layer, the nerd ship version of the mine layer, and say, this is, for my tournaments, this is what all of the mine layer ships are going to be like. They're going to be slower, they're going to turn a lot faster, they're going to accelerate a lot faster, they'll have a lot of shield, but they're also going to be a big target. Oh, and meanwhile, instead of mines blowing up on a timer, they're going to blow up when somebody comes near them, right? Which is like, that's kind of a different character. Like, it's not a different character, but it kind of is, right? So we're going to save that. And then let's say we go to the pilot and, whoops, I got to hit new pilot. Oh no, I haven't, oh shoot, I just reworked this whole menu. It should be able to build off of an existing ship, but it's not. That's okay. But let's say hypothetically I took the nerd ship, and obviously I still have other menus to tweak. This is a work in progress, it's a beta. But I could take that, train a pilot according to that, and then send it to that guy's tournament, right? That's the basic idea here. We also have several other ways. This is designed so that you can literally just... you see this code? This one right here. So I need to implement the paste functionality. I realized that on my previous recording of this. But you can just like copy paste that into a Discord message. Somebody else copy pastes that in, and you have exactly the same pilot in your game, right? You would just do it right there, right? Alternatively, same thing with stages or weapons, custom stages, right? We have a custom stage creator. It's pretty stinking cool. Where's the, right? This is the rainbow crystal field, right? Where is it? It's all the way down here, isn't it? This is what the rainbow crystal field looks like in the game. Now, unfortunately, it's Python, so like it's kind of CPU intense, and I'm still working on ways to. Oh, the bouncer ring. Oh yeah, the bouncer ring's passive crystal ability. That's what's ranging around him. And then you have Charles Norris. He's the orange one. That's the roundhouse kick that he's swinging. Anyway, so the idea is that you have all of the content in the world at your disposal, and unlike in Smash, where we had to have basically the same like 6 stages for everything, or 12 depending on how like loose you want it to be, you can make your own stages, you can make sort of your own characters, you can train your own pilots with those characters, you can make your own variants of weapons. Like there's and it's easy. That's the other part, is that it's easy. It is as easy as dropping a file into a Discord chat or something, or taking a file out of a Discord chat and putting it into the right folder. That's all it takes. Okay, this is a work in progress, but I have high hopes for this. The end goal here is to translate this into a bunch of different languages and put it on Steam for $5. There's so many more like functions to this. This thing is designed to be specifically for tournaments as well. Not just training, but like single limb, single elim, double elim. You can have it auto run. Just like all kinds of wild things. It will literally spit out an Excel sheet for you to do data analysis on this if you want. That's right, the autoplay. So if you're, let's say you're Amiibots, and you're like, okay, what's the new version? I want to stream this on Twitch. Okay, so what you do is it looks through all your ships, all your CPUs. Oh, see, there's Nerd Ship right there. There's the Nerd Ship that we made earlier, right? I just forgot to implement that one menu. You want to do all the CPUs, all the pilots, all of nothing, just your own pilots fighting against each other, 2 ships. It'll give you an Excel log. It can do it turbo or not. You can have it do as a round robin so that everybody fights everybody according to the defined number of times on the same stage, right? You can set up different lives. If you want to have... Oops. Oh, I need to fix that menu. You want to have 4 ships, then you can assign teams to them. Like, do you get the idea here? Like, this thing is designed to be a community-run metagame in itself, so that once I release it, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, like, you guys can still share. It's just a really cool thing. I mean, it's like, well, and the thing, too, and I haven't even gotten much into the gameplay mechanics, but, like, the gameplay mechanics of this are fairly straightforward. You've got sort of a wave dash, and then you've got a barrel roll, right? You've got, oh wow, that was a really early kill. So there's some movement mechanics. You've got your basic shot, you've got your charge shot. Oops. Do you see that orange ring? He's charging. Daryl, the blue one, is about to charge, right? And so then he's just fired off a shotgun shot, right? Ninja, that's his, I think that, no, he was charging just a second ago. That's why he's shooting out water. And the purple one, that's a character trait right there. The snowflakes, and then the fire shot, right? Like, it looks like it's not much, but it actually is, which is pretty cool. And I don't know. It's probably not a great idea to be a big fan of your own work, but it's really cool what I've built here. And I'm pretty pleased about it, and I hope you guys are too. So I don't know, I guess I'm going to leave it off and stay tuned for more devlogs. And as we get into this, right, there's a lot to flesh out, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah.